Welcome to Clear Mind. For years, every time I used, a wave of shame would wash over me. The only way I knew how to deal with it was to use again. I was trapped on a merciless carousel, a revolving door of my own personal hell. And I honestly believed I was going to die on that ride. In this video, I'm going to share the raw story of hitting my rock bottom and the one belief that finally broke the chains. It didn't start with a big crash, but a slow fade. My life before was normal. I had dreams and friends, but I was also carrying this quiet anxiety, this feeling of never being good enough. That's where it started. A drink to feel more social, a pill to quiet the noise in my head. At first, it felt like I had found a master key, but soon I realized that key didn't open doors. It locked them from the inside. The shame began with little lies and broken promises, each one another brick in the wall I was building around myself. My rock bottom wasn't a single cinematic moment. It was a soul-crushing weight of 1,000 tiny cuts. It was like a boat taking on water, one small leak at a time until I was completely submerged. My entire life had shrunk to a frantic, desperate cycle. Use, feel shame, and use again to numb it. The shame wasn't just about what I was doing. It had become who I was. It was the very engine of my addiction. I didn't just feel like a failure. I believed I was a failure. My rock bottom was the complete loss of myself. I tried to quit more times than I can count, but the shame always pulled me back under. The real turning point wasn't a miracle. It was a quiet but profound shift in perspective. The belief that changed everything was this: my addiction is not my identity. Think of it like a hijacker who has taken over the cockpit. The hijacker is making the plane swerve and dive, but the hijacker is not the pilot. I was the pilot. That realization was the first crack of light in a very dark room. I started to understand that addiction is a complex condition, not a moral failing, which separated me from my behaviors and gave me just enough room to start fighting back. This new belief wasn't a cure, it was a compass, and using it to navigate was the hard part. When that old wave of shame came crashing in, I had to consciously use this belief as a shield. Instead of saying, I'm a failure, I learned to say, I'm experiencing a setback and I can learn from it. It was like exercising a muscle I never knew I had. I started practicing self-compassion, which gave me the courage to finally ask for help because I was starting to believe I was worthy of it. There were days I stumbled, but I held on to that belief. This is not who I am. This is a storm I'm moving through. Life today is unrecognizable, not because it's perfect, but because it's mine. The vicious cycle is broken. I still have bad days, but the guilt doesn't spiral into shame anymore. It's like learning to sail. I can't control the weather, but I can adjust my sails. I've learned to see my past not as a source of disgrace, but as part of the story that gives me strength. By letting go of the shame, I could finally start building a life I didn't feel like I needed to escape from. Shame thrives in silence and darkness. The best antidotes are connection and self-compassion. You are not your addiction. If you are struggling, please know that you are not alone and you are worthy of help. There are resources that can support you. You can call helplines and treatment centers, or you can dial 988 for immediate support for mental health or substance use crisis. Help is out there, and you absolutely deserve it. Thank you for listening.